This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, leading the league in podcasting entertainment.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the Fast Break Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. Alongside me, as always, is Ricky Widmer.
What's up, my dudes?
And Dave Oster.
Take two.
Take two. That's it tomorrow. And today we are talking about the wettest of boys. It's back. We're updating you on our fantasy league with all of our viewers. We are going to be talking to our patron Jake for his year-anniversary about some overreactions. We're going to talk about a big overreaction: the Suns possibly making the playoffs because they balled out against the Mavericks. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't think any of us are going to saying it's happening.
Or will we?
It could be possible because right now they're 0-1. Or sorry,
1-0. Sorry, you're just so used to saying the Suns are 0, you know?
It's late. And we might talk G League, but we'll see how we're feeling. But let's jump into the dampest of dudes, the moistest of men's, the soggiest of shooters. This is Wet Boys. If you are new here, Wet Boys is a weekly series that we do where we showcase 3 players that absolutely balled out. Dropped some dimes, blocked some shots, stole some girls, dropped some mad points, set some records, had some career highs. We talk about them and give them some love here because we really don't want to dedicate 20 minutes to them. Last year, our What Boy of the Year was LeBron James. Anthony Davis made a good push for it.
Yeah.
Giannis was close as well. Kristaps Porzingis was very high up there, and he was injured as well.
Yeah.
And we will see the happenings. We will keep track like we did last year. Ricky's got his nice little table. Jarius Lyles from UMBC was
he did get a mention.
Wet boy. Who was the other weird? The Phoenix Suns as a team.
The Phoenix Suns as a team
were a wet boy.
Almost this week.
You had one other
for sure.
weird one as your last wet boy too.
No, the last 3.
Because I remember I fought you on it.
I had Iguodala. It was just the Suns. You didn't want to count the
No,
Suns.
no.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of the year. I'm
Yeah.
talking about at the end of the year. You had one where I was like, well, technically he's not a player, and you were like, was it Brad Stevens?
Did you give it to a coach?
Yeah, I
that
gave
the
the
one?
Brad Stevens
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's right. It was the Sixers one where they outcoached
totally.
Brett
I was like,
Yeah.
he's not a player, and you were like,
Count it.
don't care.
Anyways, we can do whatever we want. It's our own segment.
Exactly.
But let's start off. Let's go to Ricky. Ricky, who's your wet boy of the week?
Mine was a little difficult because part of me was like, oh, this guy only played one game, but then I said, screw it. I loved him in that one game. Jason Tatum balled out to start the season. I know they lost to the Raptors today as we're recording it, but who cares? Wet Boys was before this as we were recording today on Friday.
It's just one game. We based it off
And
the first game.
he balled out that first game. In my mind, showing the 76ers, hey, you should have taken me. You should have traded up to take me, not that Markelle Fultz guy. Love Jason Tatum game 1, and the C's got the win.
They did get the win.
Yeah.
Dave, who's your wet boy of the week?
My wet boy of the week was almost Joe Ingles. It was so close to being Joe Ingles, but I had to go with Karis LeVert. I love this kid coming out of college. It was the redemption arc. You know, he got hurt. He was a great player, and now he comes into the Nets, and this is his 3rd year now? 3rd year, 2nd year? I'm even questioning it.
Because they traded up 22nd pick.
Michigan
Spot
ball.
check me.
3rd.
Whatever. He's doing great.
Third year.
He's not the guy I expected to step out at the beginning of the year. I thought D'Angelo Russell was going to bounce back. Instead, Russell's playing like shit, and Karis LeVert is the dude. It is impressive. He's doing a little bit of everything for them. His first game was great. He had like 27, 4, and 4. Second game, I think, was 28, 6, and 5. So truly impressive. He's doing great work, and I like this young Nets team.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic so far from Karis. The team that you thought was a dark horse as well for the playoffs. So far they're 2-0. And hell, Karis LeVert might be able to take him to the promised land. Karis was not a wet boy last year. Jingles did have one, I believe. He had a postseason one.
I know I put him in there.
Yeah, he had a post. I remember making it. He had a postseason one. He did not have a regular season one. The only weird one was Jarius Lyles. We had Taurean Prince in there. Gerald Green was one after he balled out. Vince Carter was one.
That was the off the couch game.
But yeah, the only other weird one was then postseason. It was Brad Stevens. We actually gave 2 to Brad Stevens. Nick Collison was the other one. That's the one you didn't like because he retired.
Oh yeah,
so
right.
Nick Collison one. Anyways,
Did you just delete last year's wet boy counter?
Yeah, because it's a new counter.
You
I
got
put the
new
winner.
tab.
What?
I put the winners
No,
on the
we
table.
need a new tab.
No.
New tab for
new
new year.
2018.
You got to track this.
Go back.
Historic.
Go back.
I don't want to
We gotta
make it
keep-
messy and
Yes,
have
new
like
tab.
No, new tab.
Yeah, I did, and I only care about who the
no,
won.
No,
make
we
a
care
make a
about the history.
2017,
Our fans need the
2018.
history of
we
the
need
Wet
a history.
Boys.
I need a history. If you don't want to take ownership, I'll take ownership. Anyways, let's go to my Wet Boy. I picked him for MVP, so I'm gonna ride him. I told you whenever he has a hot game, I'm picking him for Wet Boy. Anthony Davis is my Wet Boy of the week. 32 points, 16 total boards, 8 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Anthony Davis is a fantastic player. He balled out again against the Kings. Mirotic actually so far.
Who's the better player on that team? Let's be honest here. Nico is putting up some ridiculous numbers.
I said it was going to be tough for Anthony Davis to win both Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. The only players to do it was Hakeem and Michael Jordan. Anthony Davis for sure has a shot this year to do it. He could be the third player to do so. Anthony Davis was fantastic against the Rockets. Nobody thought they would be beating him in general in that first game, and they go out and blow the doors off of him in Houston.
Good Lord.
Shout out AD. If they are higher than a 5th seed, it will be because of AD, and if they make the playoffs, it will be because of AD. AD's getting all the credit because he's the
They
third
almost
best player
dropped
in the NBA.
150 tonight.
Yeah. They play the Kings, though, so it's not that big of a
Tanged.
deal. It's like playing a JV team.
But you're still 150 is a big number.
It is a big number. It's a very big number, and I don't know how to count to it. But the other things that I want to do is, since it was first games, everyone did have a ball out, so we're going to give some shout-outs. You already gave one to Jingles.
Yeah, he had a great game.
I wanted to give one to Josh Richardson.
Yep.
He had a fantastic first 2 games.
He's doing work.
I wanted to give one to Taurean Prince because he had 2 back-to-back fantastic games of 26 and 28.
I'm going to go Homer Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine had 30 points. Ben Simmons had a trip dub, and he's averaging in the first 2 games 16, 14, 9.5, 2.5 steals, 2 blocks. I picked him for my Defensive Player of the Year, and so far so good. Giannis Antetokounmpo was fantastic. Kemba Walker dropping 41 for the
And then
Hornets.
sitting out the fourth quarter of a game because he just didn't need to play it because they were blowing out the Magic so hard.
And Steph in the first game was fantastic as well.
And Nico
currently
Mirotic, who's currently leading MVP voting, I'm pretty sure.
That's true as well. 36 and 34, I think it was, for his first 2 games.
Great percentages.
Any other shout-outs that you guys want to give before we get into our fantasy?
I think that's all of them for me.
Ricky?
No, I got none.
Those were the shout-outs. Let us know your Wet Boy down in the comments below. But before we end it, we're adding a new segment, and it's just talking about our fantasy. Again, we have 12 viewers in. It's a 13-person Roto League for our fantasy league with all our viewers. The big thing I want to talk about first is the draft. We put up the draft on our YouTube channel, so you can rewatch it if you like. All of us are calling us idiots, at least Dave and I idiots, for not listening to Ricky. But so far, we are, I think, 6th in our league, and we are 43.5 points behind 2K Mike, who is currently in the lead, so shout out Mike. And then we are 43 points ahead of Kraft, who's in last. So we're right in the middle.
Yeah, we're dead center.
We're tied for field goals, or tied for 9th for field goals made, which isn't too shocking. We don't have a lot of chuckers, and the chucker we do have, Russ, is out for the first 2 games so far. We are 5th in field goal percentage, which was my idea. We had Otto Porter, Gary Harris, Blake, and Drummond.
Andre Drummond,
2nd in free throw percentage, and that's with Drummond on our team. 8 in third-pointers made, 5th in three-point percentage, 4th in rebounds, 3rd in assists. Shout out to Paul Gasol, who dropped like 5, 6, and 7. Tied in 12th for steals. I knew blocks was going to be bad, too. We're 7th in blocks.
Yeah.
But Trae Young just got us a block tonight. And 9th in points. But, again, that can change because when we add Russ. So I'm not too worried.
Look,
and we got to play the waiver wire.
To be fair, a lot of this is going to be waiver wire. There's going to be a lot of changes on this team. But to be fair, this is a Roto league. We know very little about Roto. This is year 2 of us playing fantasy basketball. So, you're probably right. We did make a lot of dumb draft moves. Doesn't matter. We got it right where we want it. We're right in the middle of the pack. We're competitive.
And, again, you can't tell what's actually happening until, 2 weeks in.
Exactly.
So it's something that, last year it ended up fine. We drafted a team very similar. We had Dame and we had Boogie, but it ended up being fine. Yeah. Also, we will do biggest risers and fallers. We'll do that after a couple weeks once that settles out.
Do we still feel pretty confident in that steal at the end of the draft at Boogie Cousins?
Hell yeah. He was fantastic last year. And if you're telling me he's coming by December, then he's going to be fantastic. Because you're still going to get points from him. He's going to be super efficient because you get wide open shots.
Yep.
And I'll be completely honest. I'm looking at first place in our league. Steph Curry, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Joel Embiid, Bobby Portis, Josh Hart. He's kind of got some guys in the first 2 games that have our first 2 days that have been balling out since the season started.
Let's be honest. Josh Hart's not going to do it yet.
Yeah, but Josh Hart had a good game as well.
No, he did. No, for sure.
He's got Karis LeVert on the bench, too.
Yeah. For today, he had LeVert on the bench.
Is that Mike?
It is Mike, yeah.
Shout out Mike. 2K Mike.
Mike, you're the leader week 1.
But final thought. No, and also the other thing that we're trying to do. This is a mess because it's the first time we're doing it. I think I texted you guys.
Yeah, no, you did.
Okay.
I got guys
for fantasy free agent. Just one guy.
Okay.
Fantasy free agent pickups that guys in our league should be
Now
looking
you
out
gotta
for.
make me pick
Hell,
between
our
the two.
own team should be looking for it. What's the guy you guys should be looking out for? I think you could have a nice month or even finish of the season.
I mean, for me, I'm gonna give two, but there's one because they're the same team.
No, give me one. If you give me two, I'm gonna cut you off.
I'm either
I
going.
asked for one. Give me one.
Fine, I'm going with the Cavaliers. That's my guy. Basically, Osman or George Hill, whichever one we can get.
Cedi Osman.
Because it's like they're both doing well. They both have points per game. My question is, Osman, I think, can keep it up. George Hill, will he keep it up? Because Cedi's going to be a chucker. I mean, we're going to talk about that in the second segment. He's a chucker, so maybe we can add him to be a volume scorer, kind of a chucker guy, because we don't have any.
The guy that I was thinking about he's a free agent, and he's a guy we're talking about next. It's Sauce Castillo.
Oh,
Sauce Castillo.
No.
Load it out. Come on.
No.
He's a chucker, baby.
No.
Dave, who's your free agent?
It was going to be Cedi Osman. But I'll just say...
Maybe we should pick him up. He's still available.
Yeah, I'll just say maybe TT. Because, we need blocks, and he can do that at least. He can block and rebound. I don't know. I hate bigs, though. So, can we get a non-big who gets blocks? Is that Miles Bridges? Can he get us blocks? Can he get enough playing time?
No. It's the Hornets. They don't play rookies. But who do we drop then? If we're picking up Osman, who are we dropping? Because we got Trae Young, Boogie, Brogdon, Paul Gasol, Josh Jackson, James Johnson, Tobias Harris, Rajon Rondo, Drummond, Blake, Porter, Gary Harris, Russ.
Damn, that's tough, actually. James Johnson, maybe?
He's the guy that gets his blocks and steals.
Oh, yikes.
He's been out, though.
Yeah.
That's the
I
only
say,
thing.
can we float him and...
He's been ruled out.
Do
That's
we
it, though.
need Paul Gasol?
Yes, maybe. Yeah, because
Do
Paul's
we-
good, right?
He's not hurting us.
Yeah, but I mean,
He gets us
He
a little
might
bit
be able to
everything.
get us blocks. He didn't get us blocks in the first
He
one. He
gets
played 23
assists.
minutes, 5 points, 6 assists, 7 boards.
But that's another thing too. Of first off, DeMarcus Cousins in our starting lineup. Why? He's not in. Okay.
I just put because you can put him in.
Okay.
It's not hurting you to put him in. Because he's not going to play. And
True.
I just play guys. If they,
But we
if
could've-
they,
the
if
guys
they have
on
a
the
game,
bench are not playing.
if
Yeah.
they have a game, I'm starting them.
But
Yeah,
we
that's
could have
it.
grabbed someone who was playing,
But
Well,
nobody.
do you want to drop Boogie? Because
No.
the second we drop Boogie,
But we don't drop
No.
Boogie.
That's the
I'm
thing. The
saying
second we
James
drop Boogie, he's
Johnson
gonna-
No,
or
I was
Kyle,
just
yeah.
wondering why he was in the lineup, but then I looked below and we don't have anyone
I'm not
on our
starting
bench
over
that's-
guys who are actually
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. That's tough. Josh Jackson
No.
had a pretty
I
good
just-
game.
I just
game
wanted
one.
to
Jackson's going to give us steals and blocks.
And blocks, yeah.
He's good defensively, and he was hitting threes at a pretty good rate. The only one would be James Johnson or Paul Gasol.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I'm with you.
Brogdon even, too. But Brogdon played well tonight. So he had 15, 4, and 7, and 2 steals.
Yeah, I would go Brogdon. That's who I would go.
Brogdon was fantastic. Brogdon's
I'm
probably
not, yet again, and the thing about this
You don't
is
trust him.
it's, 2 days into the NBA season, 3 days into the NBA season, so we don't want to make an overreaction move,
Okay.
but at the same time, it's how you going to think they do
Brogdon's
over.
former Rookie of the Year. He's on a playoff team. He's going to be playing with Chris Midd and Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get those assists. He's putting up 15 and 10, which is fair. 7 points, and he's good for 4 and 3 boards. I mean, he's not doing anything crazy. Or do we believe Osman, who's not a guy who's done this consistently? Malcolm's done it for
I'm
the past
just
2 years.
saying, you said we needed a chucker.
President.
We know that Osman's going to be a volume shooter and could get shots now that LeBron's not there, so it could help us in a way.
But we could wait.
What are we going to focus on?
We could wait because we're going to get Russ.
Yeah, we do get Russ back, and that's a game changer.
So, and the only thing that we're really hurting on is field goals made, and then
Russ does that.
steals and blocks.
Russ doesn't do this.
We're not getting blocks from Osman.
Yeah, no, we're not.
We're getting
So,
steals, but that's it. So
I don't
those are
know.
our
Maybe we
thoughts.
hold tight.
I think we hold tight. I don't think there's anything.
Let us
major,
know what we should
major
do.
needed. Because the guys that really started bouncing off were Prince, and I picked him up, and Brooks, who I picked him up. You got to wait, I think, till injuries start happening before you start making a move, or if it's someone like Shea, who you really
What
think's gonna
about
pop off.
what about Zach? Pick up Zach Collins, drop Paul Gasol, because Zach Collins I know it's only one game, but he had 6 blocks. Are we going to expect him to?
We're not going to expect him to play.
No.
Blocks,
I
he's gonna
know,
have
but
set
it's
records.
is he gonna? Could he be a guy that gets us blocks this year? Because I just sorted by blocks, and the leading block guys on the waiver wire are Zach Collins, Marvin Williams, Terrence Ross, Plumlee, and Harkless are the top 5.
So if we're looking at him versus Gasol, because I think that's probably the argument. If we drop, it's 6-6. So really, there's nothing crazy between rebounds and boards. Paul is getting more assists.
Yeah.
But obviously, blocks are coming in from Collins. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, if you feel like we're going to be good on assist numbers once Russ comes back, like what number are we in the league on assists?
Russ is going to get a triple.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what
a
I'm
trip
expecting.
dub. So,
That's
I
what I'm
mean, we don't
expecting.
have
We're
to.
third in assists.
Yeah, so I mean, like we kill it in assists, but we
And Trae Young has played well.
Yeah, so
I like Zach Collins over Paul Gasol.
I like the big softy.
Who's that?
That's
Paul
Paul
Gasol.
Gasol.
Okay.
Like Zach Collins, I need consistency because we watched this last year. He balled out for a game, then he disappeared.
I mean, tonight. Sorry, that was preseason. All right.
Yeah, give me one more week without Zach Collins. We'll see.
I'm gonna override you.
Oh shit. Okay.
We're going Zach Collins.
All right.
Let's
You
do
do
it.
you.
See, we can always.
Push a button.
Okay, they're playing tomorrow.
Push a
They're
button.
playing tomorrow. Whoever
Do
has a
it.
better game will pick them up. Because this won't. Will this go out? When is this going out? They play at 9.
The same day?
Is this going out tonight?
Yeah. Well, the same day
Tomorrow.
as their game. The same day as
Push the
their game,
button.
Sean.
Just do it. Drop Gasol.
Be a man, put your name on
Damn
it. Don't
it.
be afraid of it.
The man who gets his points, rebounds, and assists. And a block probably.
Is everyone going to be like, oh my God, they dropped Paul Gasol. We need Paul Gasol.
I don't think they're gonna jump on Paul Gasol.
He's only got 10% ownership and he's got negative. Yeah,
Yeah,
Zach
do it.
Collins.
Yep.
All right, cool. That's gonna be the end of it, and we're gonna move into Jake. We'll work out the fantasy stuff.
We'll smooth it out.
I feel like it was maybe entertaining,
Could
but I
be.
don't know if it was put together. But we'll figure it out. But let's go. Right now we fall
Jakey
all the way to
boy.
8 apparently as well. So we went from 6 to 8. We got 61 points. But that's only because we had 3 players. But also we still have high percentages. 44% from the field. 62% from the line, which is bad, but 44% from 3, and we also have 18 assists. So I think we're fine on assists.
Yeah.